everyone, thanks for tuning in my channel. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Today is the first day of my part 1 of my lace front series, so don't forget to come back every Sunday to find part 2 and 3. Today we're going to be customizing our lace front, and for that we're going to need a lace front, we're going to need purple hair dye, a mixing bowl, bleach, bleach developer, plastic gloves, and aluminum foil. To get started, I start off with 2 scoops of my powder, and then I add in a couple of capfuls of the developer. I slowly stir in more. You don't want to add too much at first because we are looking for a very thick consistency so it won't leak through on the knots of the lace. So I keep stirring until I finally come to the texture that I want, and this is what we're looking for, a thick texture. Next, I add in my purple hair dye. This is going to be used to combat any of those brassy knots that you see sometimes when you dye a lace front. So next I take my lace front and I brush all the baby hairs that are front to the back. Then I take my bleach and I lightly apply it to the lace, and I'm doing this very slowly. You don't want to press. I'm smoothing this on very lightly like I would butter on toast. I'm not applying pressure at all. This is a very tedious task. It does take a long time, but it's worth it. So when I have the whole lace front done, what I do is take a wet napkin and I run it over any parts that looks like the bleach got on. Next, I flip it over and gently press into aluminum foil, and I set my timer for 25 minutes. Then I go back with that cold napkin that I already had, and I start sectioning the hair, and if I see any spots that have bleach on it, I am going to wipe it off with that wet napkin. You want to do this because you do not want a lace front with dyed roots. And if you see right here, I have a little bit of bleach that will turn my hair, and the cold water instantly stops bleach. After I'm satisfied with the way my lace front looks, I go ahead and I fold the aluminum foil and let that thing bake on it. Next, I take cold water and run the lace front under it after my timer goes off, and I make sure just to rub it together to really get that bleach out of the knots. And then if you have Shimmer shampoo, that can be used further to combat those brassy looking knots, so I really suggest using that. If not, just use any shampoo that you have around to make sure you get all that bleach out. And now is the part where you look at that lace front and you say, I did that. Because girl, look at this. Okay, this thing looks like it's about to go on my scalp. Next, I just position my lace front on my wig head, and I take some T-pins and pin it down into the position that I want it to be in. So it's really important that you always work with a wet lace front. As you see through this video, I'm going to be spraying this thing down a lot to make sure that it's still continuously wet. Next I divide my hair into 3 sections, and I'm going to be working within these sections during the whole time. Next I start plucking my hairline, and as you can see, I'm going to follow my natural hairline. I have a very curved hairline, so I'm going to be focusing on that corner a lot. And what I do is I pluck in a random manner. So I'll pluck one section, skip the next section, and pluck. I just keep plucking. Make sure you go all the way down when you're plucking so you can get that corner. And then I just part and start doing the same thing. I pluck one section, skip the next, pluck one section, skip the next. And as I pluck, I keep brushing the hair back to make sure that my hairline is not getting too thin. work with a dry lace front. To make my baby hairs. I take out a very thin part and I start to shave it in the direction that my hair grows. For me personally, I don't like thick baby hairs. I don't have thick baby hairs in real life, so I don't make my lace front baby hairs too thick. I just checked and I see that I'm pretty satisfied with the hairline looks like. This is what it looked like before and this is after, and that's how much hair I only pulled from one side. When I'm done with the other side, I take my olive oil wrap setting mousse and I begin to define my baby hairs, and this just helps me see my hairline and helps me shave out the baby hairs and see if I'm satisfied with it. Next, I begin to pluck the front. I'm not going to take as much as I did off the sides because personally I like my front section to be slightly thicker than the sides and have it be like a gradient effect going to the next side. Then I just pull out some baby hairs and I trim them just like I did the side ones in the direction that my hair would grow. And I take some more of that setting stuff and I just shape out my baby hairs. Yeah, this is the final look. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe button, and come back every Sunday for new videos. Bye!
No, I'm not a writer.
Okay.